Here's exactly how to find wholesale real estate deals for free.
And so that we're both on the same page, I'll break down the wholesaling process at a high level. So first off, what we want to do is find these distressed leads. We're going to find houses that are distressed. Then 2, we're going to get that house under contract below market value. And 3, we will then sell the rights of that contract to a cash buyer who will fix and flip the house. And then 4, we're then going to close on that deal and get paid a wholesale fee for facilitating the transaction. And remember, we want to do this without any marketing costs. And I've been there buying and sending mailers. I've been there buying and putting out bandit signs on the side of the road. I've been there buying and paying for the ads. But to truly get deals with $0 marketing cost, there's nothing better than going directly to the agent. So there are off-market strategies, and these are called direct to seller because you're talking to the homeowner directly. And then with on-market property, you're actually talking direct to agent. You're talking to the agent who's in charge of selling the property for the seller. And why I like these properties so much for wholesaling is that I don't have to spend anything on marketing when I'm going directly to the agent. Well, here's a very important stat from the National Association of Realtors that I want you to understand. 89% of home sellers worked with a real estate agent to sell their home, 7% sold via FSBO, and less than 1% sold via iBuyer. So we like to focus on the 89%, which is a large ocean of working with real estate agents, rather than focusing on the small sliver of 11%. So what does on market mean exactly? It means a property listed for sale publicly by a real estate agent. That means it's on the market. And what the MLS is it's the multiple listing service. It's a database of all on-market properties and is created and maintained by a real estate professional. So as a pro wholesaler and professional real estate investor, we always encourage you to get access to the MLS. And you can watch my video here on how to do that. But for today's video, I'm going to show you the next best thing on how to find on-market leads that you can wholesale without spending any money on marketing. We're going to be using an online website called Redfin.com. So what the heck is Redfin.com? Well, Redfin is actually a smart real estate brokerage that created a website that has a lot of these on-market properties on it. And how an agent puts leads on Redfin is that the agent now usually lists a property on the MLS, meaning they actually upload it to it. Then they click a button that says syndicate to Redfin, Zillow, and these other websites. So Redfin is a great option to target on-market leads that we're going after that don't require any money on marketing. Now keep in mind, not all leads that are on the market are going to be on these free websites. And sometimes the information is a little hard to access, but it still works for our purposes. So for this step number 1, we're going to find properties that are in a distressed condition and hopefully find sellers that are in a distressed situation. A distressed condition means an outdated property, has deferred maintenance, like torn up flooring, unkept landscaping, and is in need of a remodel. And a seller in a distressed situation is when the seller has motivation to actually sell their property, such as going through a divorce, getting laid off from a job and needing to move quickly. They just can't afford their mortgage payment, a death in the family, and so on. And I want to make it very clear that we're not going after every single house that's going to be on the market. Right? There's a beautiful house being sold in the mountains over here that's $5 million that doesn't need any fixing on it. We're not going to be going after that particular property. It's beautiful, it's updated, doesn't need any renovation. And once again, it's because there's little to no likelihood that you're going to be able to get that beautiful home under contract and sell it because the seller has no motivation to sell to an investor for cash, and you're going to be wasting your time pursuing it. And you can try it, but I'm telling you, you're going to absolutely waste your time. And ask me how I know. Now for this step, I'm going to go show you on my computer exactly how to find on-market distressed leads with no marketing cost. All right, now we're going to dive into Redfin.com. So on Redfin.com, you want to go here, and then what you want to do is type in your actual county name, the county name where you plan on wholesaling. And I don't want to look in just one city. I want to look at the whole county because there's buyers buying in the whole entire county. And typically when you're just looking at one city, it's too small of a pool, right? So we like to look in the whole county. So go search Riverside County. Beautiful. And now we're there. And we need to adjust the filters at this particular point in time because I'm not looking for all the houses on the market, right? I'm not looking for the beautiful $2 million home that doesn't need renovation. We're looking for fixer uppers. So what we want to do is first go to home type right here, go to house, because we're only looking for houses, right? We're selling houses. For sale, you can click on this. Just make sure that coming soon and active is marked. That's what you want. And now for filters, what we want to do in filters is go down here and select fixer upper. So once we have fixer upper, it's now showing all the active and coming soon properties that are fixer uppers on Redfin. And that's what we want. So Redfin has an algorithm that's going to say like, hey, this property is a fixer upper. It has the verbiage that shows it's a fixer-upper. It has the photos that look like it's a fixer-upper. And the agent that's listing this property may have also listed and said that this property is a fixer-upper. So all good signs for us. And there's multiple other ways to find houses like this on the MLS, on the market. This is just one strategy of several. And I just wanted to show you the fastest way possible you can find these leads. So now that we have these leads actually on the screen, you can see the whole entire county is pulled up. What I like to do on this particular strategy is first sort from newest to oldest. So what I've done here is now the newest properties that are up on here are going to be showing at the top. And speed's part of the name of the game here. Speed, we want to be one of the first ones to call on these particular agents. So you can literally go click on this property, and now we have a profile of this property. You can go look at the photos, and I'm looking to see, is it distressed? And if I look at the outside of this photo, it may be old, and this is something that is worthy of a call potentially if it's distressed inside. And what I like to do is also look at the description. This is the description that the agent has made on this particular property. And if it says things like needs TLC, diamond in the rough, that's what I like to see. Or handyman special, or hey, perfect for a fix and flip, right? So there's all these leads. And what I like to say is like, there's 94 homes that Redfin lists as a fixer-upper. Call them all, call them all. But sort through the hottest ones first, the ones that look the most distressed. And so if we look at these photos of these properties, we can go through here. Okay, here's one right now. Beautiful. If I go look at this particular property, what I want you to see is this property is obviously in a distressed condition. There's no freaking flooring. The cabinets are all old. When we go over here, there may be cracks in this slab, but it's just kind of a dirty property, cracked tile as of right here. And here are outdated bathrooms that could absolutely be updated to current market trends. Landscaping is not too bad, kind of normal for a deserty area, but this is something that I absolutely like to look at. This is a property that I can see is in distress, right? So now we can go look at this actual description that we have here, and it says North La Quinta home is ready for a makeover. Here's, you know, from doing this for so long, for doing this now for over 12 years, with TLC, it promises a substantial return on investment. So the agent is admitting that this is a potential investment. And TLC means tender loving care. So agents like to put that in there when it needs some work. And that's what we're looking for, properties that need work. So I love seeing that, right? The agent has admitted that this property is a fixer-upper. This is exactly what we're looking for. This is what we want to go after. This is what, you know, I'm showing you in detail and taking my time, but literally in 1 minute, you could have pulled this up and found a distressed house, a distressed lead that you could call on. All right, so this property is relatively new on the market. It's actually 4 days on Redfin, 4 days on the market right here. And as you can see, there's 96 other properties. So you can just do exactly what I did to find these distressed properties. And then for the next step, what we want to do is call the agents in charge of the deals. Now, before we dive into the next step of calling the agents, I want to show you a quick little trick that you can do here. So let's say you have your filters, you have your county, you have fixer-upper selected and house. Well, right here, you can go save search and then have Redfin sends you on a daily basis any new property that comes up on the market. And you'll be notified when these new homes that are distressed, that are fixer-uppers, they'll be sent exactly to your email. So go ahead, do that. If you haven't signed up for a free account on Redfin, do it. Remember, it's free. So it's a quick little golden tip.
Be on the lookout for the next video in this series. And if you want to build a hyper-profitable wholesaling and flipping business, then check out my full in-depth training at realestateskills.com/watch. I'll see you there, and happy wholesaling.